Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham Daily News and Update show for Thursday, February 19th. Yes, we are on the eve of actually playing Ipswich, but we are going to talk about the game that everyone's going to be talking about soon. David versus Goliath. It has an actual kickoff time. Wrexham versus Chelsea at the Stoke Ross is going to be on March 7th. It's confirmed that. So they moved a couple things around, but it's going to be on March 7th. We'll talk about that, talk about the impact. Everyone's talking about it. It's going to be the tie of the round for sure. And it definitely is David versus Goliath. But how much of a Goliath is Chelsea? I mean, Wrexham are coming up under it, and I know people are going to get on me after that too. But anyways, got that to talk about. Also, the 25-man squad. Someone's been added to it. You could guess who it is. We'll talk about that briefly, and we'll do just a little hint on the Ipswich game. There's some quotes here from McKenna and from Parkinson about the upcoming Ipswich game, which we will be having live on the Local Pundit. Game day build-up, live watch-along, Wrexham time, Wrexham reaction, all the stuff that you know. But today we are just going to focus on the news. It is a news show, so hopefully everyone's doing okay. Donna, how are you? I see you in the chat there. I hope you're home, hope you're rested, hope you're getting better, and things are moving along quickly for you, back to recovery. So if you're coming in, smash the like button, as you always do all the fun stuff. Bottom right-hand corner, subscribe to the Local Pundit, and become a member if you want to, too. And get into the chat, get your thoughts. I want to get your thoughts on the Chelsea game. I know it's still a few weeks away, and we still have some business to take care of. Prior to the match, but, that's a big one, and everyone's talking about it too. It's going to be a banger. So thanks for coming in. And Bleach Demon 99 is here. Tommy's here. Nikki D's here. Good shout, everybody. But also, let's get right into the news here. Let's do it, because it is a news show, as we know. So Chelsea and Wrexham will be playing the FA Cup for a fifth round tie. Has been chosen for television. No surprise there, as you thought. But bring that down. So the FA Cup round tie against Premier League giants Chelsea at the Racecourse has been selected for live television coverage. It will take place on Saturday, March 7th, 5:45 p.m. kickoff. That is a beautiful time. A beautiful time for me. I love it here, selfishly. It's not a 4:30. It's not a 7. It's going to be a beautiful, 9:45 kickoff. So I'm enjoying that on a Saturday. Plus, I'm shooting we're shooting a short the day before. So I'll have to get to bed early still. Anyways, so Wrexham will be on FA Cup duty that weekend, after beating Ipswich Town 1-0. As we know, it's the first time in 29 years since we've been there. The date has been confirmed, and we have also moved some of our league match games around for this too. And I'm just going to get that out of the way. Hull City remains unchanged on Tuesday, March 10th. That is a 7:45 kickoff as well. And the Welsh derby against Swansea City, also at the Racecourse, is unchanged for Friday, March 13th, with an 8 p.m. kickoff. So everything is kind of falling together. We shall see. But you got to adjust some things here and there. But yes, the FA Cup game will be on Saturday. Now, Parkinson did have a few comments about it, and he's pumped about it. And he said it's a brilliant draw. It is a brilliant draw. And it is, my friend. It is a brilliant draw. Yo-Yo says, Habs, David versus Goliath. Well, laugh out loud. I mean, it's not such a David. But you can do that. What's up, Free Pugs? But Parkinson had his say about it too. He said it's a brilliant draw for the club. He's absolutely delighted with it. The owners and for our supporters. I don't know if you've seen the video of Ryan Reynolds with Hugh Jackman having a little bit of a excitement level there. That kind of went viral as well, and it's going to be Chelsea. And again, Parkinson he said he didn't want to be selfish prior to that. He said, I don't want to be selfish and have a home draw, but he'd like a big one, probably a Premier League side. And he finally got that too. He says it's a brilliant draw, like I mentioned, for the owners and for our supporters. Everybody deserves that when it comes. It's going to be a great day out. And it's a great progression for the club. We spoke about getting a Premier League club. We hadn't done that since I've been here. Parkinson, in his job for life, by the way. And we beat Forest. And now we've had to work really hard against Ipswich to get the draw. We did. I'm so pleased for everybody connected with the club. And it is good. Now, listen, it is the luck of the draw who you're going to get. You know what I mean? It's not, we earned it to be in the fifth round. It was the luck of the draw that we got Chelsea. But it's going to be a good test. I was at the match where they played at Levi Stadium. Was it 2 summers ago? I was there. So it's not a rematch per se. I mean, both clubs have been turned over significantly. But it shows progress. And I know, I know that we've seen progress over the last several years, but this does show progress that we're in this tie against Chelsea in the 5th round. Already beating Forest and Ipswich to be here. It's good. This is progression, and I think it's going to be a welcomed. I know the league is top of mind too. We want to get promoted, but I also think it'll be a welcomed distraction for everybody. Possible a little bit of rotation, and just testing yourself out against some lack of a better word, larger teams. And Chelsea, a very successful club, owned by Todd Bowley, I believe his name is. I think it's Todd Bowley, who also owns the Dodgers. And they'll make changes. They're a very, very good side. I think they're sitting 5th or 6th in the table, but obviously confirmed that we're going to be going up against it. And it's going to be a tough test. We will go for this one. It's not free hit time. It's not free hit. We will go for this. Absolutely. We will put everything, and we will want. And I think that Parkinson can outmanage him. Their new coaches in there. Not that he's a bad manager, but I think Parkinson, with his old wiry brain, I think he's gonna outcoach him. Now, sometimes we get frustrated with Parkinson subbing or lack thereof subbing sometimes, but I think in a cup tie anything can happen, and I think Phil Parkinson is gonna go and he's gonna outcoach the Chelsea manager. If you have his name, let me know. His name slipped me. I could look it up, but it's easy for me to ask you. Chelsea isn't just some run-of-the-mill EPL team. They're a Big Six team, so I wouldn't say I would say they're one of the glass. They are. I know, but Parky has beaten Chelsea in a domestic cup. Absolutely. I think he's gonna. I just think we have a good chance at it. Anything can happen in football too. What's up, TLP? What's up, says George? So that's my thoughts right too. He said, obviously, that it's the reemergence of the football club going into the rounds of the FA Cup. All along, it keeps telling us as a group and putting markers down as a club. It is. These are definitely markers. Like I said, moving things along. Liam Rosenier. Liam. There you go. That's their manager, Liam Rosenier, who just came in from Stuttgart. No. Strasbourg, kind of like their feeder club to Chelsea. Yeah. And it's a good team, but I think Parkinson will do them. But yes, these are markers that we are putting down. Everyone has eyes on us, and everyone wants to watch us. Everyone who doesn't support Wrexham wants to see us hit our ceiling. Well, we ain't going to hit our ceiling. I'm telling you, there's a long way to go. And this going into this FA Cup tie, granted, a lot of work to be done still. A lot of work to be done with a couple games prior to this. We'll talk about that. It's an opportunity for us to survive and advance. And in the cup, anything can happen. Free Pugs is at Disneyland next week. Was hoping that Saturday game would be on at the Cosm, but they're playing the Tuesday. I am going to miss the chance by 3 days. Yeah, they wouldn't put the cup game in there. I don't think they would. They haven't. I think those games are already scheduled. I think they already have things scheduled for Wrexham. So I'm not sure. Rose Senior. There we go. Thank you. Parkinson said the FA Cup draw is never going to affect our performance level, and that's a very good performance against a team who we didn't play at the weekend. So Parkinson's talking about performance levels and us. He said to his credit, he said we dropped 2 points in an interview about the game the other day. But anyways, we're going to put a full side out. We're going to go after this one in the FA Cup. And I'm excited to see what we're going to do. So it has been selected for TV, which is great, and we knew that was going to happen. I think it's the round, the sexy one of the round for me. That's it. What's up? How you doing, A2Z? But pumped about that one. So get your popcorn ready. I'll be doing that one. I know it's a great Saturday. I'm pumped that. Parkinson also played Chelsea as an assistant manager in the Premiership when he was at Charlton. There we go. So a lot of history there. So get your thoughts on that. Love to see what y'all think about it. Can we go and win it? You want to go for it and go through? I think we should. I think we're absolutely going to go through and do them. Now, before we talk about the game coming up Ipswich on the weekend, there is an update on the squad update. And we knew this was coming. We just weren't confirming it. And I think this actually opens up things for decide what we're going to do with that open spot, which is good. So Lewis Brunt has been included. It still leaves one space open. Now, Parkinson had said that he was waiting to see if Lewis Brunt can get fully fit. He didn't want to get bit twice as he did with Elliot Lee. No shade at Elliot Lee getting injured. registering Elliot Lee, then not being able to use him because he had to have surgery. Obviously, Elliot Lee has gone to other pastures. So, yes. So, Lewis Brunt has been added to the 25-man squad, and he's looking forward to seeing him back in. And I think it's good to have him back with the competition. He was doing really well on that left side, and good coverage over there too for Doyle, because we really don't have coverage for Doyle. I know Heim's coming in, which is great. I think Heim's going to get time. I don't think Heim's going to start against Ipswich. I think he'll be on the bench. But we basically got 2 new center halves coming in, which is great. Not Heim, sorry. Not Heim. Viner, I apologize. Viner. I think Viner coming in. So Viner and Brunt, we have 2 more center halves, which is great. So we did register our 25-man team. He said he wanted to prove his fitness. Parkinson said, I put Brunty in the 25 now. He's coming through the stages we want him to come through. And he said, Parkinson said the defender will be traveling for the Tuesday draw against Bristol City. He's trained with us the last couple of weeks now, and he went down with us to Bristol. Brunty was a really good player for us last year with his athleticism and his ability to bring the ball out of the back. He was in the team when he got badly injured at Middlesbrough, which was a real setback. But injuries happen. He's had a slight setback a few weeks ago, but he's recovered from that and is really looking strong again and is now pushing for a place in the team. So with that note, it is good. The coverage is good. I also think he could play that left wing back role. I don't know if he's played it. I mean, if Thomas can play it, he can play it. If Thomason can play it, he can play it for sure. When are we expecting Viner to be fit? I don't know. It's kind of a wait and see at this point. It's kind of wait and see when he shows up on the team sheet, whether it be in a bench performance or a bench or starting. He's not going to come and start right away. I don't think he will. If he does, I'd be shocked, at least for the next 2 games. Maybe. You got to see. But I would not be surprised if he's on the bench for the next match. If not the next one, the one when we're at the Cosm, but we'll see. So going back to the squad, Callum Burton has been omitted from the squad because Danny Ward is fit again. And first choice shot stopper AO is also on the list too. And Parkinson said, obviously, with the goalkeepers, it's slightly different because you can rotate them in and out if you get injuries. At Parkinson, cool. So, look, we have 1 spot open still. We have 1 spot open, and it's unfortunate that Callum Burton is not making the squad, but we have coverage there. You know, I thought AO had not a great performance the other night. I don't think he'll get benched. I'm not saying everything was his fault, but he's made a couple clangers. Not, in my opinion, but I think he's done extremely well. AO, I don't see Ward taking his spot, but Callum Burton will probably only feature in the cup. So if Callum Burton, not that he's going to get a start in the cup matches, I think with Brunt coming back so soon, February 19th right now, let's say, or 18th, whatever it was yesterday, there is an opportunity for Parkinson to bring someone in. And I really would like, I don't know who's out there. I'd like to see us go out and do something, maybe get a little bit more depth in the midfield. Now, everyone will say, what's the point of bringing someone in if you're not going to use him? Parkinson he's been rotating the squad really good. And I think effectively he's done that, but he doesn't really utilize the squad to his maximum, in certain capacities, like in the game the other night, not bringing on a defender to take off, one of the guys with the yellow card, or taking off a forward and putting on a defender, something like that, things like that. So looking like Ken might be right about those 2 open slots. I don't think he's right. You think okay, I'll give you that, Jimmy John Bangles, because you're a super fan of Ken. No one agrees with anything I say on this fucking show. Usually it's you. I'm kidding. If Parkinson decides to put Callum Burton in the lineup and doesn't use it, it's a waste. It is an absolute waste. To me, it is and he can do whatever he wants to do. It's his team. But if there is somebody out there that we can bring in, and we're holding on to have a 4th keeper, it's an absolute waste of this idea that he's so smart keeping one open to bring a guy. Then it's an absolute waste. in my opinion. But we'll see. Maybe there's nobody out there to bring in, and we're just having a conversation about it, So, yeah, we don't need another. We don't need a third keeper. If one goes out injured, we're covered by the rules to bring him in. There you go. We can. So it's just more of a man management thing, in my opinion. Yeah. Anyways, Liquid Death. There we go. Live show, as you know. So we'll see what happens there. But having him back into the squad front, good for him. I mean, I think he's only played a couple games, anyways, to be honest. But it's good coverage on that left side, and maybe he gets a wingback role there too. How long is Kakache? I have no idea. I have no idea how long Kakache is out. Maybe another couple weeks or so. Maybe another couple weeks. But it's unfortunate. I mean, he's had a rough season himself, Kakache. Unfortunately, he really has. More of an injury cover thing. What do you mean, an injury cover thing for what? You talking about the goalkeepers? Or you talking about someone in the squad? Fact of the matter is, we have one slot open, and if we leave it open for no reason, because there's nobody else out there, fine. If he decides to put a keeper in there, it's just an absolute waste. But we'll see. We're in good shape. Use the squad. He needs, I think Parkinson will do the right thing, and he knows what the squad needs and doesn't need. So good on him. This is, like I said, it's a news show, but still have to have some opinions here too. Okay, let me see what else happened here. What else is coming up? Yes, I want to go to the match, the match that's coming up against Ipswich Town. Now, if you want to shift gears, let me know what you think about the squad. Do you think we'll bring somebody in? And then what if you're coming in later on? Who do you think is out there to bring in? What position would you rather come in? Anyone know? If we get in a pinch and need another goalkeeper, Thomaskin has played every position. Yeah, he did. He could totally play there too. And this is talking about Kakache. He tweaked his hamstring. He told me. Yeah, he did. But yeah, how long is he going to be out for? Another couple weeks, probably. Ted's in the house too. Okay, let's talk about the Ipswich Town match coming up, and we will. There's going to be no tactical fortitude today. Everyone's busy, and Aaron's got to work, and Ken is taking the day off. He works very hard, so good for him. But yes, so we got this game going against Ipswich Town. Now, dropping the points the other night, and Parkinson's quotes here. These are his quotes, not mine. 2 points dropped. His quote, not mine. Dropping those points the other day has put us in a predicament that we are now sitting outside of the playoffs. We are in a good position. Just bring the table up here. We're now out of the playoffs, but we're still sitting in a good position. I don't know how it's very tight in there. I think 1 and 2 are probably secured. I'm going to say probably maybe a couple weeks ago, if we had done a little bit more, a little bit better, and not drop points here and there, maybe not against Millwall the other day, we'd be in this right in the mix of it too. Currently, right now, we are battling for, I wouldn't even 4, 5, or 6, maybe 5 and 6. That's it. I think it's so damn tight down here. But going into this Ipswich game, and Ipswich Town, by the way, have only played 30 games. Then they have 54 points. So if they had another 6, they'd be at 60 points. They'd be right up there. But they're a good side. They're a really good side, and there's plenty of time. There's definitely plenty of time, for what's going to happen, for the rest of the season. But I'm just trying to there's a quote up here from McKenna. Basically saying that the cup loss going out to Wrexham won't affect what they're going to do in the league. Now, they're really good in the league. It wasn't a full strength side that they put up there too, but he just said we want to go up there and deliver a good performance at the Stoke Ross. And he said, if you go out and make changes, you have to win your next league game, and there won't be too many questions. For me, you look at the scheduling, it looks like we would be fit in the games for FA Cup run. And to be honest, it's really hard to see how that wouldn't be a determining of the group. Having said that, we're competitive people. They're going to come at us. I'm going to tell you right now, Saturday's game against Ipswich Town, if it wasn't already a 6-pointer to It's going to be a battle, and we better be ready. We better be ready. I think we kind of put ourselves in. We're not behind the 8 ball to get. We want to win points. We're at home. It's tough to beat a team 2 times in a row, whether it be the league or not, or a cup match. It's got to be tough. They're going to make changes, and they're a really good side. They could put some past us. We've had a few laps is in our defense, and some like dropping points like we did the other day. Guys coming on, not being ready in the second half, and just total blitzing us. We better be ready for this match. We really should be ready. We really better be up for it. There should be, I think we came out, had a really good first half the other day against Bristol City, and we just like that, game changes on a dime, and you take you don't focus. Puckett said we didn't sit back, and we didn't, but we did sit back. Missed opportunities happen. Dobson missing one. Second one, can't really blame him. I mean, you can blame him, but he's offside, so you can't really get on that. But the inexcusable miss that he had, it is inexcusable. Putting those things away are the fine margin difference of us getting 3 points or 1 point or no points. And now I know we're putting a lot of pressure on the team. We put a lot of pressure on the team to be successful, and it's just because we're kind of the expectations are so high, the opportunities are here in front of us. And Ipswich Town is going to come, and they're going to want to give us a kicking at our own house, and just be ready for that too. Be ready for that too. And we're not ready for the Premier League. We're not ready for. See, this is we're not ready for the Premier League next year. Let's not rush. I think that is I'm not even going to say it. I can't, Robert. That is just. I can't. It's just not. I'm holding back. I do not want to say what I want to say. I really am not. That mentality to me is just bonkers. We're not ready. Fine. Not rushed. I mean, it's just bonkers. That they're just like, cool. What do you think we're doing here? We might not ever get this opportunity again. I just, Leicester won the league, dude. I'm just saying, Leicester won the league. Facing Ipswich at home is a must win. I didn't want to say those words, but it kind of is not a must-win situation. We should win. I really want to win this game. I want to win them all, but now putting ourselves in this position of dropping points like that, we're battling. I mean, we always were, but Ipswich, if we come out with the 3 points there, we usually play better against the better teams. They're probably going to come at us and be more aggressive. They have a good side. They can put a performance together. And if they do, we better be ready for it too. And I think Parkinson will have the team ready for it. My lineup, and I know it's tomorrow, we'll talk about it a little bit in deeper. I'd expect a little bit of a rotation. Lewis O'Brien in that deeper role has done fairly well, in my opinion. He's got a lot of energy. I wouldn't be starting Dobson, I'll tell you that much. No shade on him, but I don't know if this is a game for him. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Wrexham could go to Wembley 3 times. That's true. We could go. Twixafen. Nick, you're new to the chat. You could do. And a win against Ipswich is a must-needed air on our sails, and would be we shit across the bow to the rest of the league. And, a shot across the bow. Jeez, the shot across the bow. No, I think that we've been waiting for. We've had a really great run, by the way. I know I'm kind of scrambling around this too, but we've had a really great run. So it's not like it's dire. It's not like we're playing bad. We're not putting performances in. But we need a game like this to win this game, get those 3 points, and put us. I don't want to say back on track because we have a good record the last 5-6 games, but just dropping points like that against Bristol City, losing to Millwall, it's a tough one. Derby is away to face Watford on the weekend, and Derby is above us in 6th, and they are a good chance they could drop points to Watford. They could, and Watford is at home. Yes, this is the other point I want to make too. We need help. We need teams to drop points for us to do that. Good news is we do play all these teams in the next couple months. Anyways, our schedule is just bring up the matches here. Our schedule is just bonkers. Ipswich Town, okay, great. They're ahead of us. Portsmouth, that's the way. Okay, the Charlton one. Those are two teams that aren't ahead of us. Chelsea, there. That's so beautiful to look at that Chelsea in the middle there and actually have it being meaning and not be like something in the fall. Yeah, so meaning that like a pregame, which is great. Hull, okay, they're ahead of us. Big one. Swansea City match, huge. Even though they're not above us, but you know we have all these Birmingham City, Coventry, Middlesbrough, Watford. I mean, look at it's coming down to it too, and we need to make up some ground. And to make up some ground, it's not going to be just on the Swanseas or on the Charlton and the Portsmouths. We have to win these games. So the must-win factor is we're not dire. We're in it. We're in the fight. We got to go out and win this game. We got to go out and start clawing back up a little bit. We're kind of just teetering. We were teetering down. You know, haven't quite got up again. You know, we're just kind of, this is it. Now it's the time where we need to kick into gear. We got the full 24-man squad, whatever it's going to be. We know who's going to play. The rotation's starting to happen. I think, in my opinion, Parkinson probably should work a DKD in there a little bit. I thought DKD should have came on instead of Dobson the other day because he did play a little bit more forward, as you can see. I'll say DKD would have put that ball in the back of the net 100%. Viner coming in, maybe that makes a difference. Maybe the more skill in the back. Sorry, maybe, I don't know, headiness in the back, a guy that's been here before. You know, there are flaws in our game, but there's also some good things. But maybe a couple tweaks here and there we can make that might just get us on track. We don't score a ton of goals. We don't play in the final third and create a lot of opportunities. So we got to take them. And when those opportunities come, games like that happened the other day against Bristol City, we need to put those away. And so I'm hoping this Ipswich game, we start, you know, put the shot across the bow that I think Ted said it and make a difference here. Matt Al, going back to the comment prior, we haven't been ready for any of these leagues, according to some. We just keep going up against the grain. I think we can do it. Yeah, I think we can too. Twix says the cup final would be cool. Playoffs would be out of reach, though. Could be out of reach, though. We're 1 point out. What? I don't understand. I think we can make the playoffs. I actually feel we're going to be. I actually feel we're going to be in the playoffs. But games like on Tuesday are the ones we need to get in here. I'm ready for us to be in the Premier League, so let's go for it. You have to. You have to go for it. Those last three games may be key. Absolutely, the last three games that you just mentioned, Coventry, Middlesbrough, and Watford. I mean, it could be all to play for those last three matches: Coventry, Middlesbrough, and Watford. I mean, away, Coventry, home, Middlesbrough, away to Watford. I mean, Jesus. And by the way, it's just, is that Saturday, May? Is the Watford game? No, we play Middlesbrough the last one. That Watford game is not the last game of the season, is it? It's a rescheduled game. So Middlesbrough's the last game. So the Watford game will be in there. Coventry and Middlesbrough. Okay, that's what's going on there too. Pete Freepuck says, I'm not ready for that, but we have to be really smart, especially with the recruitment if we happen to go up. And I think we will do. And Matt says, other teams don't drop points. We need to score goals. We're 7th on goal difference. Correct. We need to score goals. We definitely need to score goals. And greetings, TLP fam, says Esteban. And Calamateri and DKD should have had a run out and put that game to bed. I fully agree with you. Scuba Steve's been playing in a real crap team for Sheffield Wednesday, but he was their starter and he can play. We'll see. He's got to utilize his squad at some point. I know Viner's not available, but he's got to utilize the squad. He did make 3 changes, but it's kind of all like for like. I don't know. I mean, remember last year, Parkinson just kind of zeroed in on his team. I mean, we came out and kicked ass, and that's why we got promoted. We kind of started clicking, but watching the game the other night, Bristol City, Sam Smith puts all this work in up front, and we don't get him service. You know, we got to find a way to get service up front. Broadhead puts a lot of effort in, you know, and we got to find a way to get them and get more offensive. I know it's tough because you got Kakachi out and Thomason who's been covering. I do honestly, I firmly believe this. I firmly believe this by watching this team. I think, and this is no shade on him, but this is what I see. I think Kubora on the right side puts the balance off of the team. I think he's a very, very good player. He oscillates being amazing and frustrating. I said it during the live watch along, and he's very good. We have no other player like him, but I don't think him and Max work well together on that right side. And I think he puts Max in a bit of trouble because he's so far up the pitch. And Max gets exposed, even though on the other side, when they came on the second half against Bristol City, it was Doyle that lost the ball, and we were exposed into the other side too. So, we got to sort that out. And Esteban says, we go again on Saturday. Yep, we can say that now after we had the discussion. We do have to go again on Saturday. We need to win on Saturday. Ted says, would like to see Cadamenteri show what he could do. Absolutely. He's 20 years old. Let him go play. Mark Catch says, yes, I also think we can get into the playoffs. It will be easy. Will it be easy? No. Sorry. I'm just trying to read that. Will it be easy? No. Downfall could be injuries late in the season. Well, we've had the injury bug all season. Chelsea could have a congested schedule. We're going to be their least priority come FA Cup match time. I think we're going to beat them. And I think he's trying to integrate DKD and Scuba Steve into the squad. Look how long it took for us to become more of attacking. True. He's got him on the bench. But he doesn't, Parkin's the trust guy, and I get why he is. I understand it, but these guys are here. I think Viner will come in. I think Viner's going to come in. Maybe in the center midfield, maybe for Max. I don't know. We'll see. I don't see Kabore being a positive other than his speed. Longman is better on both sides of the ball and gets the crosses in. I think Longman fits the team better for balance. I'm not saying Longman's a better player, but I think Longman fits the team better. And it's unfortunate. I think he's kind of, Kabore's come back and Longman's kind of been put to the wayside. But that's it, Who is Scuba Steve? It's Cadamenteri. Cadamenteri scored against us. Parky hasn't signed him out of spite. No. He's a good player. He's a really good player. But that said, we got a big match coming up. We do have a big match coming up at Ipswich Town. We'll break it down a little bit, probably more tomorrow. When get Parkinson's quotes and see what he has to say prior to the match. But I think I would not totally behind the 8 ball yet for this Ipswich game. But if we want to continue to fight for this playoff spot, we have to go. We have to deliver and kind of stop shooting ourselves in the foot. Really stop shooting ourselves in the foot. And I know we talked about dropping points, the 22 dropped points we have, and yes, the points that we've actually clawed back. And I said yesterday, okay, if it's 22 points, let's say we clawed back 7. Great. Okay, that's 13. There's a balance there. Even if we had 10 of those points, we have to, and that just comes with experience a little bit more. Like I said, a little bit more experience, and maybe it's not this season. Maybe we learn from it and use it next season a little bit more. But I feel like we've shot ourselves in the foot a few times this season, that last game being one of them. And it puts us a lot more pressure on us for an Ipswich game where, again, I know we're competing at a high level, but we have to go out and compete if we want to go up. Esteban, you watched the show enough to not know who Scuba Steve is? Come on now. Anyways, all right. Listen, let's get everyone out of here. It's been a good chat, and get your thoughts on the squad. Get your thoughts on that open position. Do you think Parkinson will go out and get somebody, or he's going to leave it open, which he possibly could do? Big game coming up in a couple weeks against Chelsea, which is going to be fantastic. It has been chosen for television on a good day, March 7th. That'll be like 8:45 in the morning to me, which is awesome. So yeah, Longman can't play 90 minutes though. Doesn't need to be. No, he doesn't need to. Didn't need to. On your first half showing at Bristol, you will definitely make the playoffs. On your second half showing, you absolutely have no chance of playoffs. I mean, if that's not the most black and white, like here, you got to go down this door or that door. Option A is this, option B is that. I mean, that is just, there you go, straight facts only from the Birmingham City supporter. But anyways, let's get everyone out here on a Thursday. It's raining here in Los Angeles. Going to get some work done. Smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the Local Pundit, bottom right-hand corner. Share it out. Do your socials. Absolutely. We're in the mix. It's awesome. It's fun. Exciting times to be a supporter. Also stressful at the same time. A really exciting time to be a Wrexham supporter. And on that bombshell, we'll see y'all soon.